What's up, YouTube? Hi, boys. It's August 5th, 2023. I hope you like the new background. We're moving up in the world on YouTube. I'm getting a lot of practice in. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it. I'm still going to make a ton of mistakes, so bear with me. I had basically no skills for YouTube before we started this adventure together. Well, it's official. I'm being sued by a crooked lawyer. That's right. For over $10,000. And so tonight I just wanted to make the announcement on this channel and maybe teach you something about how to defend yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is the document that I received in the mail today. I didn't cut any pages out. I did redact my address, and I think that's it. Maybe a signature. So this was the cover page. And my plan is to just go through this quickly so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about it and how I'm going to defend myself and how you might be able to defend yourself too. So we have the cover sheet. Here's the actual summons. There's my name. It says I've been sued by Lonick, Patton, Elrich, and Policastri. Gina Policastri was my second attorney in the Santa Clara Family Court. She took over $130,000 from me and went to one hearing. I never had a trial. I barely got any discovery produced. And she took over $130,000. And now they're suing me for another over $10,000. So as we go through this journey together, and this is going to be a multi-part journey, you guys are going to see how it is that they could waste such an extraordinary amount of money. And maybe you won't make the same mistakes that I did. So the summons doesn't really say anything on there. It just says you've been sued. Interestingly enough, they filed this on September 14th, 2022, but I didn't even see anything about it until I got this in the mail the other day. Actually, today I went and picked it up. So August 5th, 2023. Here is the lawyer that is representing them. He's going to have an interesting issue I'll point out after we go through all this. So they're suing me for, it's 2 counts, but really it's just $1 amount. They're suing basically for breach of contract and this thing called common counts. But this is what they're coming after me for, is $10,983.34. Plus attorney's fees and the costs of the suit. So he signed this in August of 2021. Now, I should back up because I think I skipped over something interesting here. Yeah, right here. They had to allege that I signed the contract in California, in Santa Clara County, California. They know for a fact that when I retained them, I was not in California. I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. So they're going to have a jurisdictional problem if this ever does go to court. It's not going to go to court anytime soon, and I'm going to tell you why after we go through this. But they've already lied to the court on their first filing. So they're alleging I failed to pay for the services agreed to in the contract. Same thing basically for services. And here's like, it's some kind of, basically a debt collection letter. I'll just go down, scroll through this slowly. You guys can pause it if you want to read it. But it essentially says, debt collection type language stuff. Okay, so here's the contract. They redacted that. I did not redact that. I redacted my signature. I just don't want it on the internet right now. Interestingly enough, I don't have a copy of this. This is the first time I've seen a copy of this contract where it's been signed by both parties. This is the contract I received in the mail. I'm not admitting that that is the contract. It remains to be seen. There's so much fraud going on in the court, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, this is something. The cover sheet, which looks to me like a useless piece of paper. Typical bureaucracy. And still more court stuff. Here's interesting. Within 180 days after filing the lawsuit, you must serve each defendant with this stuff right here. Well, it's been way more than 180 days since they filed the lawsuit. But we're not going to attack this in court right now. We're going to come back to it. Here's where we get into the meat and potatoes. The notice of the client's right to fee arbitration. So if I answer this in court, I will lose my right to fee arbitration in front of the California bar. See, it says if you answer the complaint. If you answer the complaint, you will lose your right to fee arbitration. So I am not going to answer this complaint. I am going to request fee arbitration with the California bar. Now, many of you know that I have the bar kind of on the defensive right now because they have a board of trustees that's actually claiming it wants accountability and transparency. And so we're going to see if that in fact is the case. So we're going to arbitrate this, but this is how I'm going to arbitrate it. I'm going to file a misconduct complaint against this attorney. And I will take you along on that process, and you will get to learn the details of why there was misconduct. And so we're going to do that over several videos. But I'm going to file a misconduct complaint, and then I'm going to use that filed complaint to request fee arbitration. So I'm going to attach that complaint essentially as fee arbitration. So coming up this next week, I'm going to start working on that complaint and putting it together. Now, it's interesting because it says there's a local program which may have jurisdiction to hear the matter, and it's the Santa Clara County Bar Association, which of course is thoroughly corrupt. They're going to have an issue in the future because I have sent the executive director of the Santa Clara Bar certified letters, return receipt requested, where I notified her of not only misconduct coming from attorneys, but actual crimes committed by attorneys. She, of course, didn't respond and didn't do anything. So they're going to have a problem in the future. This language here at the bottom, it says the State Bar of California will conduct fee arbitration if all these different reasons. Number 4, if you believe you cannot find a fair hearing, if you cannot receive a fair hearing before the local bar named above. So since I have those certified letters, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to allege that I believe that I cannot get a fair hearing at the local bar, and I'm going to ask the state to do it. And we're going to take advantage of the fact that I've been going to the public meetings of the Board of Trustees and shining a big spotlight on all this misconduct and fraud that's been going on, and see if the state bar is interested in holding fair fee arbitration proceedings. I'm also going to see if I can get those recorded and put them up here on YouTube. So that is going to be the first step. Step 1 is I'm going to file a misconduct complaint against Gina Policastri, Riley Pennington, who are my attorneys from this firm, and probably also this guy, Michael Lonick, because there is now a new rule out, and their lawyer that's representing them in this collections case is going to have a problem with this too once I file the misconduct complaint. But the new rule, here it is right here, Rule 8.3 got approved. And it says a lawyer shall, without undue delay, inform the state bar or a tribunal with jurisdiction to investigate or act upon such misconduct when the lawyer knows of credible evidence that another lawyer has committed a criminal act or is engaged in conduct involving dishonesty, fraud, deceit, or reckless or intentional misrepresentation or misappropriation of funds. And you can read the rest on yourself here, or you can look it up. So I'm going to put all of these people on notice, including the judge in this case, exactly how it came to be that I was taken for over $130,000 from these lawyers who only went to one hearing. I never had a trial. They never got really any discovery, but managed to soak me for over $130,000. So that's the plan. I hope you look forward to it. I'll be updating you step by step as we go forward. Remember, I'm going to be filing a misconduct complaint. That complaint is then going to be used to request fee arbitration. I'm going to request fee arbitration at the state level, showing that the local bar didn't do anything when I reported misconduct to them. And then I'm going to take all of that, file it in the case as a notice for fee arbitration. That basically stays the lawsuit. And then, of course, I'll put it together and file a complaint with the presiding judge of the Santa Clara County Superior Court, who has responsibility under the judicial canons to report professional misconduct of attorneys and actual crimes of attorneys. That's it for tonight. I hope you learned something today. Again, bear with me as I improve my setup and improve my speaking abilities here on YouTube. There's a lot of work to be done and not a lot of time to do it, so I'm doing the best that I can. I appreciate all of your support very much. This, of course, was a life lesson for my boys as well, because they need to see how these processes work and how you can fight back. So we're going to use our First Amendment rights to broadcast on YouTube me using the rules, regulations, laws of due process to fight back against these crooked attorneys. That's it, boys. I love you. I miss you. I hope I see you soon. YouTube, if you want to know why I'm the father in exile, check the links in the description or the pinned comment.